8 strange things only an empath will understand. 1. Empaths don't pay attention to their own problems. Most people put their issues first, but an empath will never talk about things that are bothering him or her. Empaths are mostly introverts by nature who can find it much more difficult than others to speak up and share their feelings. It is hard for the empath to open up on that level. He or she also would much rather carry the burden alone than bothering or sharing it with someone else. 2. Empaths take on other people's emotions. Empaths feel things on a much deeper level than a regular person. Unlike random faces in a crowd, an empath is able to identify and relate to your pain because they have probably felt it at some point of time themselves and can understand what you are going through. Empaths feel everything on a much deeper level than most. They can truly identify with what a person is going through. They literally feel your pain, even if they don't know you or are not connected to you in any way. 3. Empaths have an extremely high level of intuition. The empath is hard to fool, because he or she can see through just about everything. Life experience has taught the empath not to simply take anything at face value alone, and to instead trust how they feel inside. Using their gut feeling has given the empath the experience and the power to see and feel through the densest of thoughts. It's almost like having a superpower which allows them to know what other people have going on in their minds. It is like they have a magic wand that waves over everyone and shows them the person's truest intentions. 4. Empaths get overwhelmed in large crowds. Empaths cannot handle being around so much emotion at one time. You see, when surrounded by people, the emotions become too much. They cannot stop themselves from absorbing their surroundings and the emotions of those around them. Empaths have to be very careful. This can usually prevent them from being able to stay comfortable within a large crowd, for they start to vacuum in their surroundings and it leads to an emotional overflow. Empaths are always careful not to find themselves at especially large events where a lot of people are present, so they often avoid those types of situations. 5. Empaths get exhausted much quicker than most people. Empaths are usually top priority targets for energy vampires as well as narcissists. It is like they are a magnet for these personality types, and they just cannot catch a break. As is common in the world, exploitation never stops. There are people who seek sympathy and support for nothing, just for the pleasuring of their senses. Although this can be considered as a selfish mindset to have, it is just how some people are. Empaths can be the top targets for social leeches, energy vampires, and the like, i.e. people feeding off the support, time and energy provided by others. This is because while they are being physically drained through the day, they are also being emotionally drained. 6. Empaths have a deep connection with animals and nature. Empaths are usually at peace when they are spending time alone in nature. They love and appreciate all animals and feel as if animals are pure of heart. The chances are animals respond warmly and intuitively to the empath as well. Empaths also find peace and serenity in the flowing winds, trickle of the stream and rustle of the leaves in a forest. They find solace in nature or when they are in the proximity of another living being, especially that of an animal nature, whose instinct transcends beyond words. 7. Empaths cannot change. An empath cannot merely decide to stop caring and absorbing. It just doesn't work like that. You cannot change an empath. A constant circulation of heavy emotions throughout their system prevents an empath from changing over indefinite amounts of time. The empath cannot abruptly stop thinking about people and their emotions or their problems or their surroundings, to be more specific. It does not work that way. An empath cannot be changed easily. 8. Empaths cannot handle negative images. When something upsetting comes across the TV, movie, laptop or mobile phone screen, the empath has to look away immediately. The empath must prepare for things like this. Devastation and overly negative situations can make them feel uneasy, deep within their gut. They may end up literally bursting into tears or becoming angry at any injustice someone may be experiencing. The empath must be mentally prepared to face such times, as they can literally feel the pain of the person or negative situation that is being experienced. If you think you may be an empath or you know one yourself, you are an extremely lucky person, as an empath will always be there when you need them, and an empath will never let you down in your time of need.